Hey guys, welcome back. 2025 is a really difficult economy to navigate in terms of jobs, employment, and prospects going forwards. We're seeing so many companies laying off workers and so many other companies having difficulties in the way they're going to navigate going forwards. In today's market, we are seeing middle managers become vulnerable and scared as many companies are announcing major layoffs. And it's interesting because, again, middle managers, we're not just talking about the base level workers here, we're talking about some of the more experienced, some of the more skilled workers who are also losing their jobs. Today's economy is not one of those situations where it's safe for the middle classes. Everybody is being impacted by layoffs and essentially a cost of living squeeze. Now we're seeing reports that AI could really be changing the market, with some experts warning that at least 40% of roles could be at risk. Now I want to take a minute just focus on the significance of that. That really is an unprecedented event, arguably something that we've not seen since the Industrial Revolution, right? So the idea is that, according to a report by McKinsey and Company, between 400 and 800 million jobs could be displaced worldwide within the next 5 years, depending on how quickly automation is adopted. The shift could force 375 million workers, 14% of the global workforce, to transition to entirely new careers. So that's a big thing to take in, right? And again, that is just general. Take a minute to think about what that actually means. We're talking about 14% here of the global workforce, with potentially even more being impacted, right, going forwards. So this is really quite substantial in itself. But going forwards even more, we can see that certain industries, certain markets could see a bigger change. So it's suggested that we could be seeing massive cuts or impacts on white-collar jobs, predicting that 40 to 50% of such roles could vanish in India. So that's just one market, but it shows the absolute scale that this could have if it does come into effect. Now, do bear in mind, this is something which we are already seeing have essentially some impacts already. And one company that we're seeing is Salesforce. Now, I want to bring you back to this from January, where Salesforce said that there's no company for coders, they won't hire engineers thanks to AI. Now, that is obviously the title, but that's obviously a very good pretext to what we are looking at here. Now I'm going to bring you to this article which speaks about how Salesforce is using AI career coaches to hire employees internally. AI is absolutely changing everything. And again, in today's market, Salesforce is launching AI tools to upskill employees and help them transition internally. Salesforce piloted its Career Connect service last year, and 28% of users applied for jobs on the platform. You see how this is really starting to impact the broader market. You're seeing how this is really starting to impact certain businesses. This is your career path, but you also have these skills which are very interchangeable with these other paths. Companies trying to prepare for the future, companies trying to market to a change in industry, but again, this comes at a time where we're seeing Salesforce and so many other companies announce a potential hiring freeze due to AI, and exclusively due to AI. And this is just how quickly it is changing stuff, right? So Salesforce filled half its roles internally in Q1. Salesforce piloting this Career Connect last year with 1,200 employees across customer services, or customer success, I should say, employee success and business technology teams. The company said that 74% of employees were active on the platform, logging in multiple times throughout the 3-month pilot. Just under 40% of participants enrolled in courses and training that were suggested to them, the company said. So again, this is not the only AI tool that we are seeing, and this is not the only situation like this that we're seeing. And again, focusing specifically on that element of roles being filled by AI, it's because the company is considering a hiring freeze due to the impact of AI, right? So hiring freeze for software engineers being considered. This is because we are seeing massive productivity boosts due to AI tools like Agentforce, as we were just speaking about, and a shift in Salesforce's strategy, prioritizing the use of AI-powered agents to handle previously performed human tasks. Take a minute to think about that, right? Tie it all together. Yeah, we have the upskilling of employees. Yeah, that's obviously a good thing. However, it just shows how companies are adapting, how companies are moving towards a new market. This is what the future of work is seeming to look like. This is absolutely how companies are going. Let me know how you think about this in the comments. Let me know what you think to this. I'm going to be interested to hear your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Goodbye.